Hi besties, welcome back to my channel and happy new year to you all. In today's video, we will learn how to make this trendy gathered dress with flounce at the chest area. If this is what you're interested in, please do well to watch this video to the end so that you don't miss out on any detail. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please do well to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share to your friends who might actually need this video. Thank you and see you in my next one. Bye. So these are the materials that we will use for this dress. I used 6 years of Ankara, 1 yard of organza, and I bought 3 yards of velvet bias, but I still had a little remaining. So, guys, I am so sorry. When I was recording this video, the Bustier part, I didn't know that it wasn't recording. I was so devastated. I later found out that that part didn't record. So, but we still have to continue the tutorial. Although I have a video of a Bustier on my channel, and I am going to link it in the description box. So we will still start from where we stopped. So I will still put the video of where I padded it and everything. So just bear with me, guys. So for the bust padding, I'm using a wadding, and this is the front part of the wadding, and this is the back part of the wadding. The front part of the wadding is kind of shiny, while the back part looks like wool. So I'm going to place my fabric on the wadding like so, and then mark it out with my pen. And remember, my wording is on fold. It's going to be on fold. So one part is going to be for the left side and one part is going to be for the right side. What I am doing right now is the side front. So when you're cutting, marking out your wording, when you place your fabric on your wording, you place it half inch outwards. Don't let the wording start from the beginning of the chest line. Just go in by half inch and then you mark it out. So after tracing out the side, the curved part, this is see how I curved it down, and then I will use my scissors and cut it out. So I'm done cutting it. If you can see the center front, you can see that I went in by half inch. The wording didn't start from the beginning of the chest area. So now I'll use my iron and press it down so that it will stick. So I am done sewing my wording. I am done sewing my bust start, and this is what it looks like. I will open it up and use my iron and lay it flat. So this is the back of the dress, the back of my upper side. So I will have also joined it and I will open it up and iron it flat so that it will give us a neat finishing. And I will also do the same thing for the lining parts. So right here I am done sewing, I am done ironing, and then I'm doing an inseam finishing for the upper parts. So I will take one side of my back and pin it down to the side of my front. So we are going to join the main fabric first. After joining the main fabric, we'll join the lining separately. So I will do the same thing for the other side. Take the one side of the back and join it to one side of the front, and then I'll apply my measurements. So here I am applying my bust measurements divided by 2, and then I will mark it with my chalk on the side. Here I am applying my waist measurement. I measured my waist measurement divided by 2, and I'll apply the measurement. I use my chalk and draw it out. So I would do the same thing for the lining as well. After joining, the next thing I'll do is to attach my strap, and the width of my strap is 1 inch, and the length, how I got the length is I minused 6.5 inches from my shoulder. So 6.5 plus in front plus 6.5 at the back is going to give me 13 inches. So when you're putting your strap, when you're measuring your strap, please do not add any sewing allowance to it. If not, it's going to gape. So from my center front, I am going to mark out my strap to strap measurements, which is 5 inches. Your strap to strap measurement is from your center front to where your bra hand stays. That is your strap to strap measurement. So I marked it from my center front and I applied the measurements. So as you can see, I am doing how I'm doing it. From my center front, I will mark out my strap to strap, which is 5 inches, and then I will place my strap there. Now, when placing the strap, you see how I placed it. I did not place it from that 5 inches outwards. I placed it from that mark inwards. That's how I placed it. Just watch how I did it. You can see in the video. So that is the same way you're going to place your own. Because if you place it from that mark outwards, it's going to go offline. So for the back, I am going to also apply my strap to strap measurements. I gave 2 inches allowance for zip. So from that my zipper allowance, I will mark out my 5 inches for my strap to strap, and then I will take the strap from the front. This is the back part of the strap, and this is the front side of the strap. So I will make sure that it aligns well and place it front side facing front. So that is how I'll place it. Then I will use my pin to hold it in place. I will do the same thing to the other side as well. Now, after pinning, I will introduce my lining. As you can see, I've also sewn my lining the same way I sewed my main fabric. So I will make sure that my lining, all the seams match. So I'll pin it together with my main fabric and sew it all the way down, just like I am illustrating in the video. But please do not sew the down parts, you leave the down parts open. So right here I am done joining the lining and the main fabric together, and this is what it looks like. So when I was joining the upper parts, I used a hemming gum to join it. I placed a hemming gum there so that after joining, I'm going to iron it and it will give my chest line a smooth finishing. The lining is not going to be pulling off. So make sure you add your hemming gum at the chest area. Now for the skirt part, the width of my gathers is 3 yards wide, and then the length is 27 inches wide. So this part is the part that runs from the waist to 2 inches below your knee. So from your waist, you measure down 2 inches below your knee. Now, this part is the part that runs from after the knee to the floor length, and this is 18 inches in length and 4 yards. You know, the upper part is 3 yards. Why this one is 4 yards? Because it is going to be fuller than the upper part. Now I'll just go ahead and run a gather stitch on it, and then I will also do the same thing to the other side. Now this is the back of the dress. So that's 3 years. I told you that the front was 3 years. That 3 years wide width, I divided it into two, which is 1.5 for one part and 1.5 for one part. Now this is also the down part for the back, and as you can see, it is also 18 inches long. So I also divided it into two. I'll then run a gather stitch. Right here, I am done running my gather stitch for the front skirt. So I will just make sure that the gathers is exactly at my my side front, the part where I joined my side front and my back front and my back. So you see how I'm doing it. So when I gather it to that length, I'll make sure that I leave half an inch for joining another ones, which I'll use to join the front skirt and the back skirt. And right here, you can see that I am trying to adjust the width of the back to make sure that it corresponds with the top. But before joining the front and the back together, we are going to join the down part with the upper part of the skirt together. The part that I told you guys was 4 yards long. So I'll just place it on my top skirt and just adjust it and make sure that the width of the two are the same, just like I did top with the top and the upper skirt. So I'll just adjust the gathers like so, and until the two of them get to the same width. Then I'll place it front side facing front like so, and then run a straight stitch on it and join the two together. Now this is what it looks like after joining. I am going to introduce my velvet bias and place it right on that line where I joined the first the long and the short part of the skirts together. So I'll run a stitch on the boot sides. Make sure you pin it while sewing. So I am done sewing it, and this is what it looks like. This is what the back looks like, and this is what it looks like on the front side. So we'll go back to the back part, and I am going to join the center back together like so. Remember that the back is in two pieces. One part is 1.5 and the other part is 1.5. So I'll come down by 9 inches. That is where my zipper is going to stop. Then from that 9 inches, I will come in by 2 inches, which is my zipper allowance. I gave 2 inches for my zipper allowance, so I'll mark it all the way down and then connect it together. So that's the chalk I marked it there. That is where I am going to sew from that 9 inches. I'll sew it all the way down. Now, this is what it looks like after joining. As you can see, that space is for my zipper. And then I'm going to introduce the bottom part. Please note that the bottom part is not going to be into two. It's just going to be one long strip. Do not divide it the way you divided the upper part. So I will just join it just like I joined the front part, and this is what it looks like. So right now I will join the two sides of the skirt together, the front and the back. Remember that I you give half inch for sewing allowance. So right here, I'm just trying to make sure that the joining of the second part of the gather matches with the front and the back of it match together. So I will just place it like so and then pin it down and run a straight stitch all the way down. So right here, I have joined the front and the back together. This is what it looks like. And now it is time to join the top and the skirt. So I'll place the side of the skirt to the side of the top. I'll make sure that the two sides are matching. So I'll place it there and pin it down. I'll do the same thing to the other side, and I will still pin it down again. So I'll just sew from the beginning, or that will just sew it all the way down. So I'm just trying to match and make sure that the gathers fit in well. So you just run a straight stitch and join the top and the skirt together. After that, I will then fix my zipper, and that is it. So right here I am done joining everything. I've joined the skirt and the top together, and I have fixed my zipper. As you can see, I have also weaved weaved the waist area, all the rough edges. I weaved them so that we will have a clean finishing. After that, I will introduce my organza, and this my organza, I cut it. The length is 4 inches in length. So I cut a very long strip and then weaved all the rough edges. So I doubled the organza, as you can see, I doubled it, and then I ran a straight stitch in the middle, and that is going to be my gather stitch. So I just want a straight stitch to hold it together. You can gather it or sew it like that. So you just gather it on that chest area. So you just gather it on that chest area like so. Use a straight stitch and just run it all the way down. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I promise I'm going to do better in my next video. I lost a lot of clips in this video because I was rushing this dress because it was an urgent dress. So guys, I'm so sorry. I promise in my next video I'm going to do better. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in my next one. Bye.